So as of making this video, we haven't received any new information regarding the release or contents of Resident Evil 8 DLC. So that begs the question, where is it? So in my previous video that I posted a couple of months ago, I predicted that we'd probably get some info in the form of a trailer before May, and we would probably receive the release of Resident Evil 8's DLC towards the 1-year anniversary in May, or possibly a little later like in June. Though the closer we get to May, and we're literally like 2 weeks away as of recording this video from the 1-year anniversary, that seems to be getting less and less likely. I mean, it could still happen, Capcom could pull a fast one on us, but it seems highly unlikely. Now, my new prediction is that Capcom will probably release some details in the form of a trailer on the 1-year anniversary, possibly giving us some details on the DLC's release date, which I'm predicting will come out later this year, just to create some hype. Now, I can't remember if Capcom promoted their other DLCs for the other Resident Evil games. Let me know down in the comments if they did, or did they just release them? I'm leaning more towards they just released them with minimal advertising, but I honestly can't remember. And if we're being honest, the other Resident Evil DLCs that released since the start of Resident Evil 5 haven't been all that great. I think Resident Evil 5 was probably my favorite out of all the DLCs, since they did release Lost in Nightmares, which added to the flashbacks and lore that we saw in the main game. And they also added Desperate Escape and some multiplayer stuff, which was fun additions. But mind you, I never finished Resident Evil 7's DLC, since I found it to be quite boring in my opinion. I should really finish that. Let me know if you guys would be interested in watching me play Resident Evil DLC. Is it worth it? Should I do a live stream? Would you guys be interested in seeing me go through that painful process? Now, the thing that all of these DLCs have in common is that they roughly released 1 year after the release of the game. Check out my Capcom's plans for 2022 video, where I detail the exact dates of the previous DLCs. So it would be weird if Capcom didn't release or give any new information during the 1-year anniversary of Resident Evil 8. Is it possible that the reason they haven't released any info is due to the potential fact that they're really working hard on making the DLC actually good? Because like I mentioned, the other DLCs have kind of been lacking. Now, I'm just throwing ideas out there, hopefully that is the case, but so I think either Resident Evil 8 releases in May out of the blue, kind of like what happened with that movie Welcome to Raccoon City. They just threw every trailer like a couple of weeks before it released. Or on the other hand, it's more like my prediction, which is that they release new details in the 1-year anniversary, but it won't release until later this year. That's what I'm leaning more towards, but then again, we could also get option number 3, which is Capcom doesn't give us any information at all on the Resident Evil 8 anniversary, and they could just give us a really lame tweet saying, "We're still working on Resident Evil 8 DLC, more details coming later this year, bye." Hopefully that's not the case, but what do you guys think? I'll pass the question to you guys, the Resident Evil community. But if you guys want to stay up to date with the latest Resident Evil news, make sure to shoot that subscribe button if you haven't already, and remember to punch that notification bell like Chris does in Mario 5. Also, make sure to knife that like button. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one, when you return to the world of Resident Evil.
The right to be a god. That right is now mine.